Hi, everybody. I am here to do a reading, an energy reading for the week of December 10th, just to see what is going to be showing up for us. If you're anything like me, you might have had a bit of a meltdown last week. But if you did, hopefully you kind of received some really powerful guidance or opening or clearing after that meltdown. I'd been kind of on the verge of just losing it for a couple of weeks, and I was kind of, clinging to the cliff by my fingernails. And I finally just had to fall over. And after that, I fell into something new with my work and with my personal life, and that's really exciting. I feel like that is the potential of these breakdowns, of these meltdowns. We can open ourselves up to something new because we were almost forced to shed something in a very intense way, and that breaks us open and allows something else to step in. So I am now channeling some new energy, which is really exciting. I'm channeling star beings now, so that's really fun. It's very powerful. It's very different from the energy, the ascended master animal energy that I had channeled before. Even like the magical animals, it's a different ball of wax. So at any rate, I hope that if you had your own tower moment, as they call it in tarot, that you came out the other side and are feeling better and are feeling ready to either rest and recuperate or dive into what's next. So I've been pulling some cards, and this feels like these are just a couple of messages for us, and then I might check in on some more specific energy. So the first card I got was By the Book Reversed, and it has, you probably can't see it terribly well, especially because it's upside down, because it came out reversed, but there are this beautiful little elephant family. And what I'm getting from this card, okay, what am I getting from this card? Yeah, what do we need to hear about the energy for this week? Interesting, maybe my circuits are blown. I haven't, I did 2 of my star being sessions today, completely new. I'm doing like this sort of be my guinea pig sessions for half off this week. So I have a bunch of them scheduled in, and I did a couple today, and one of them just kind of blew my head off. I had to take a nap for 2 hours. So I'm actually not getting anything from this card. So first, let me see, is this for us? Yeah, okay, there is a message here for someone. I'm just gonna have to read the little card thing to get us there. So that's fine. That's what the book is for. Okay, so this is our By the Book card. It's the reversed protection message. Okay, so here we go. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It's not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There's no turning back now. Trust that the light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Well, that's rather on the nose, considering the tower moments and breakdowns and meltdowns we've been having. So yeah, trust the change. Trust this revolution, whether it's inner or out, inner or outer. And I feel like the inner revolution does lead to the major outer shifts. So, allow that to happen. It can be really fun when we just kind of surrender to it. And since I guess I'm now channeling aliens, yeah, that's about as not mainstream as you're going to get. Okay, so the other card that I pulled for us for our general energy was again reversed. It's the Truth Be Told card with this lovely little owl, but it was flipped upside down. So, okay. Okay, what I'm getting from this card is that we're being asked to really step into our truth, but our truth doesn't have to look like anyone else's truth. Just because you feel something doesn't mean that anyone needs to agree with you. It can be your truth without being reflected by the outside world. This is part of how we really step into our own mastery. When we can really put ourselves out there, either without receiving much back or without receiving, maybe accolades or approval, when we can just continue on our path, knowing that we are following our truth and feeling really, really good about it, no matter what comes back, then that really sets us on the path to doing it really beautifully, no matter what happens. And when we're in that space, when we don't even really care what comes back to us, that's when we actually do start to receive in a very different way. So let's see what the actual book has to say about this. Okay. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding, or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future, where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose upon you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. Okay, so let's see what else we get. It's interesting. I'm feeling... Let's see. What? Is there something that wants to come through me? Something different that wants to happen? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm being told to stop using the cards. I was going to draw a bunch more, but I guess not. So let's see. Do I have some messages for us for this week then? Okay, we're in a divine reordering right now. So wherever you feel like your expectations haven't been met, or your life isn't moving in the way or the direction that you wanted, this is perfect. We have to really trust this divine reordering and trust our higher self, because it's almost like your higher self and your guides, your angels, God, flying spaghetti monster, however you think about it. It's like they've been trying to push you over this cliff, and it's like you've finally gone over. But now it's like the wind is rushing past you. You don't know where the ground is. You don't know if you're going to be caught. You don't know if you're going to splat when you do get caught. You're just in free fall. So this is where we have to trust our wings. Yeah, I'm just seeing us all like not growing wings because you already have them, but learning how to fly with them, because you don't really need to use your wings when you're on firm ground, but then when you're kind of pushed over the cliff, you have to learn how to fly. So this is what it feels like. It feels like the universe, the world, our higher selves have been pushing us toward this cliff, and they finally just been like, all right, boot, off you go. And now it's time to fly. And trust that you can. Trust yourself, trust your guidance, trust what's showing up in your world, trust that it's leading you in exactly the direction that you need to go, that you laid out for yourself before you even got here. So this is a really powerful time. And so the guidance may be to rest, to rejuvenate. The guidance may be to really move forward in a powerful new direction. The guidance may be to start working with new people or collab. It doesn't really matter what the guidance is. You know what's on your heart, what's wanting to come through your heart, what sounds like fun, where your joy is leading you, where the universe is pointing you. It's like we were on this one path and we've been picked up and set on a different path, on a path that is going to be really profound and wonderful. We just have to keep moving our feet, keep spreading our wings. So, is there anything else? I like to check in on love and money for people, because that tends to be what we like. Love and money, like relationships and finances, security, those are such potent places for our growth as humans, and where our fear can really come up. That's where it can get sticky. So those are the fun places to check. So let's see, what am I getting around love for us, relationships, whether they're romantic or otherwise? Okay, this is a time to just let things flow. This is a time to let things be easy. You don't need to make any decisions right now. You don't need to try to push or force or otherwise, try to finagle the universe or this relationship into doing what you want it to do. This is a time to really step back and focus on you, on your path. Path is such a hackneyed term, but focus on, on whatever it is that's bringing you joy right now. That's the most powerful energy anyway. And so in all relationships, that serves us. Because if you're in, say, a partnership, when you are fully immersed in your joy and taking care of yourself, then, your cup runneth over, and you can share the overflow with your partner, and your partner doesn't have to worry about you. Be like, all right, she's good. I can focus on me. Okay, great. That feels really good. And then the overflow from both of your cups can kind of swirl around and create this really beautiful space for your relationship. And the same goes with, with other relationships. And if you're single, especially if you have maybe a few people out here, you're trying to make a decision, or you're dating someone and it's new, or you're really on your own, whatever it is, continuing to focus back in on you, what it is you're here to do, your purpose, what you're creating, what you're doing, just continuing to focus on you is so powerful. And it puts you in this space of being able to welcome in whatever you choose. I did a sort of regression session a few days ago. And the image that came through for me was that anytime I start to think about, a present person, a past person, a way past person romantically, as I'm sending out those little arrows of light toward that person, like, oh, what's happening with them? What's happening with them and me? Is anything happening with them and me? To sort of redirect those arrows, make those arrows do a U-turn and come back and really return my focus to myself and to what I'm doing, what I'm creating, what's really fun for me. And it feels so much better. So it feels like that's what we're being asked to do this week, and always really. But for this week, just go with the flow, let things be calm, let things just unfold in front of you. You don't have to put any effort into them right now. You don't have to really try to get there. So I hope that's helpful. So, okay, money, the money message for this week. Okay. It's funny. I was doing these weekly energy readings. I did them for like a year in 2017, I think. And I never used cards. I always just did it intuitively. But then I started using the cards recently. I'm just wondering if I'm being taken back to just receiving the messages myself rather than using the cards. Maybe it'll be a combination of both. Okay, so money. Okay, we're being asked to think about our finances, think about our flow of money in a new way. So it's like there are two swirling thought forms around money. One is kind of what we've been taught, scarcity, wherever our lack beliefs show up, wherever we think that it's hard to make money, or we have to work hard to make money, or whatever that kind of, any feelings around money, thoughts or feelings around money that you think and then you don't feel good, you just feel kind of like, ugh. That's in this little swirling thought form. And then this other swirling thought form is where it's like this is the truth of money, that money is simply a neutral energy that's here to help us. And it helps us when we're rich, it helps us when we're poor. Because, when we're rich, we can enjoy it and work through whatever we need to work through in that experience. And when we're poor, money is teaching us so much and it's showing us one experience. And this is why we're here. We're here to experience ourselves as creators, ourselves as humans. So anyway, this little thought form, this big swirling whatever, is our potential with money. Our potential to create whatever it is we desire, our potential to be wealthy beyond our wildest dreams so that we can do anything we want in this life, experience anything we want, share our wealth abundantly, solve big problems in the world because we have these resources. And so this sticky thought form, the not good feeling, the swirl of thought forms, this is where a lot of us spend most of our time because that's how we've been trained. And what we're really being asked to do is start to put more of our focus on this swirling thought form, because of course, where we put our attention and our intention, that's what we're creating. So as we focus on the things that, okay, in a perfect world, how much would I have and what would I do with it? What would be fun? And really beginning to focus on that. And focus on, okay, if my finances felt really abundant and really healthy and I was building wealth and sharing wealth, how would that look? How would that feel? And then really putting your attention on that swirling thought form rather than this one. And of course, if we put our thoughts into this one, that's fine too. You're not creating scarcity necessarily because you are big enough as a being, as a spirit, as a creator to encompass both. This actually came through in one of the star sessions I did this morning. When you put your attention on the lack, it's not that you're necessarily creating more lack for yourself. It's more like you are watching a show on Netflix that you're not really interested in. It's not doing you much harm, but it's also kind of a waste of your time. You're kind of just holding yourself in stasis when you do this, when you focus on this sticky money swirling thought form. But when you focus on the more creative one, the one that feels more fun, the one that feels more abundant, the one that feels like, okay, I have all the money I could want. I am Oprah. What would I do? What would I do with it? And you don't even have to be that grandiose about it. You can just be like, all right, I have everything I need and everything I want. What am I going to do with it? And really just putting your attention and intention into this swirling thought form. That's what we're being asked to do this week, because that's going to help us create a new experience with money, with abundance, with finances. So yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm going to do that. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm getting drawn back to the cards that we pulled initially. Okay, yeah. Trust in the breakdown, trust in the meltdown, if that's an experience that you've had recently or maybe have over this coming week. Trust in the meltdown and trust in the divine reordering. Know that you are being held, you are loved, everything is being taken care of. You simply need to continue to ground into your body, and that means, feeling comfortable in your body, taking salt baths, showers, going out and touching trees, standing with your feet in the ground, lying on the floor and feeling it support you, taking naps, sending grounding cords into the center of the earth, whatever you do to ground yourself, making a nice pot of soup and eating it, whatever it is. Keep doing those practices, because of course, the more in our bodies we are, the more embodied we are, the more powerful we become in relationships, in love, and in money, and in everything. This is where our power is. It's in this body. So give yourself a hug right now. Give yourself a little hug. That feels good. So I hope this was helpful. This has been a reading for the week of, what's today, December 10th. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely week. And if you would like more, I'm at amberadrian.com. I have a blog, I have a bunch of videos up, I have all sorts of things. So lots of love to you all.